Finally, we are ready to start animating. Let's select the root control and move the airplane to its starting position. Make sure that you have Auto Key turned on and set your first keyframe. I'm going to start animating straight ahead, moving the plane and setting its main positions, and later I'll go back to it and add some in-between poses if needed. Okay, so I have my first pose on frame 1. Then let's go roughly to frame 30 and move the plane forward. Somewhere in the middle of our obstacle. Let's rotate the plane a bit so that it's facing up, also a bit to the side. By scrubbing the animation, we can check how the part that we keyed is looking. Okay, so it's not so bad. Then it's going to take some time for the plane to start rotating back. Here, it's going to reach its highest position, and definitely the most extreme one. Also, if I go to frame 30, you can see that not all of my channels were keyed, only the ones that I've moved. It'd be a good idea from time to time to go back over your keyframes and key all of the channels, so hit S. Here as well, because these are our main poses, so everything should be saved. All right. It's going up and then rotating back. Then it's going to go here, turn around. And then somewhere here, it's going to go back and reach its neutral position. Finally, it's going to go even further and descend a bit. Okay, now let's scrub the animation one more time. Our plane is going through the hoop, rotates around it, slowly turning around. Here, perhaps it should be moved a bit more forward. A good way to check if your plane is making a natural path while flying would be to select your plane, go to Visualize, and select Create Editable Motion Trail. This way, you'll be able to visually see the path that your plane is taking during the animation, which is very useful. If you want to change the path and make it smoother, you can go to your keys and move the plane. The line marking the path will automatically alter according to the changes you made on the plane. That way, you'll be able to fix some parts easier. I want to make the path more circular. Also, it's important to look at the path from different angles to really get the feeling of the space. Perhaps here it would be good to have an in-between pose to make our path even smoother. Okay, that's better. We're almost done. The path is looking fine, so we can delete the motion trail and check the animation. In some places, maybe the timing's a bit off. Another reason why the animation looks a bit funny is because the translation and rotation channels are changing at the same time, so we'll need to offset in some places. First, let's fix the timing. I feel that this part is a little bit too fast, so Shift select the keys you want to move in the timeline, click on the arrows in the middle, and move your keys. Just like that. Now the plane is turning around a bit slower, which is good. Now I'm happy with the timing. Now let's look at the graph editor and check the rotation channels. Here, I think the plane is facing too extremely, so I want to bring the key up. Also, we don't need this key. Then let's look at the rotation Y channel. Here, I already see that this is not good because the curve is changing direction too many times and very quickly. So let's delete this key and bring this one down. Now our curve looks much cleaner and smoother. Much better. Rotation Z channel is looking fine. So now we can select all the rotation channels and offset the keys by bringing them back by a few frames. Maybe 3. So that our plane starts facing the direction before it starts moving towards it. That's better. Though I still don't like this moment. And I think the problem is that all the rotation is happening at once. So I'll move the rotation X keys back to where they were at the beginning and leave the other two rotation channels offset. This part is still happening too quickly, so I'm going to Shift select the keys. Not only do we want to select the keys on frame 100, but we want to select the whole group of keys since some of them were offset, and we want to move the translation and rotation keys together. Now I believe we no longer need these keyframes. It's better to work in a broad way. Sometimes we can make too many poses, and it's better to delete some of them to make our animation much more fluid. Now I'm happy with the base animation, so we can move further and start animating the propellers. See you guys in the next video.